Okay, welcome back again. Variety Bear versus Lexi. I honestly was pretty excited. When I saw that these two were going to be playing against each other, I feel like it's just a recipe for a good set. Because while both of them are obviously highly competitive players, you know, top best of the best, I feel like they are a lot more willing than other players to just set up things that they think are cool and fun and just rip it, and the best player, you know, whoever can make it through all that, wins. And I'm excited to see what these two can produce. We're definitely in the wrong camera mode. Go back. Oh, wow. Crazy half block setup. I mean, 2 lives apiece. This could be a point on round 1, realistically. It's not so difficult that either of these players couldn't get it in 1 or 2 attempts, but... Okay, and there it is. Variety Bear does make it through. Ponamel on the last life now. Are we going to be seeing a round 1 point, or does Ponamel have the clutch? Not quite. Alright, so Variety Bear already up 1-0. Uh-oh. Alright, we got a black hole in the mix. What is Variety Bear gonna do here? For those that don't know, although I would be surprised if there are many, Variety Bear is pretty decisively the best player when it comes to black holes. I feel like he's leagues above anyone else. Just the creativity and mechanical skill that he can, you know, put forth with them. It doesn't look like he placed anything crazy. Maybe he has a long-term plan for that black hole. I mean, that's something we'll come to find out later, but... Oh, wow. I mean, the timing of that with the arrow, that half block. Good call by Variety Bear. I think going for the spin, then jumping... Oh, wow. Wait. Variety Bear, no problem getting the half block again. Is this going to be 2-0? Lexi, definitely a good enough player to get there, but... I mean, we're 2 rounds in, Variety Bear. What is this? What's happening? Something needs to change ASAP. If I'm Lexi, I'm kind of terrified. Okay, a spike ball definitely could be what she needs here. If anything, you want to make the map difficult enough that Variety Bear can't get the 3-0 in 3 rounds. Oh, okay. Good precision from VB. Wow, first try. What is Variety Bear on today? Okay, just a reminder, Variety Bear is in fact human. Might be hard to believe. Now Lexi actually looking really good through here. All that stands in her way is probably the most difficult setup of the map. No way. Hold on, Lexi, are you serious? Wait, all of a sudden. Dude, what? How can we possibly go from Variety Bear being up 2-0? It's looking like he's gonna finish the game in a hat trick. You know, respectfully, Lexi nowhere to be seen. Both of them make the map harder, and then all of a sudden, now Lexi's the one scoring. kind of absurd. Alright, we have a game on our hands now. There's still, you know, 7 rounds left. A 1-point advantage is definitely something, but it's far from being a sure thing for VB here. Both one of those wires, not gonna get it. Okay, hold on. Variety Bear looking good. Does get the spin. We'll see if he has this set up. You know, Lexi managed to get this one on the first try. Let's see if Variety Bear can too. This actually could be the game. Not going to do it quite yet. Variety Bear's still 2 lives left. He has an opportunity to make something happen. I mean, Lexi's still alive as well, though. Okay. Oh, wow, Variety Bear looking unbelievably clean. This slide off precision is the only thing standing between him and a swift 3-1. Lexi stays in it. Now, you know, I'm not a betting man, but if I had to, I feel like we're probably going to see an even harder map, you know, on the next turn. I don't think these two are the type to ever shy away from difficulty. Oh god, I see what Variety Bear's planning. He's not hovering it yet. There's such a nice potential for the half block there. Oh, wow. Okay, and wait, Lexi ended up placing the wires that I thought Variety Bear was going to go for. Maybe Variety Bear doesn't feel comfortable with that type of half block. It definitely is harder than the other one, in my opinion. Alright. This is such a volatile map. I feel like every single setup here is not the kind of thing that you can consistently do. You can kind of just... Let's see. Both of them onto their last life. Variety Bear does get through, but I mean, this setup is kind of ridiculous. And yeah, that's gonna do him in. What is the plan here, PB? Definitely something around the black hole. I mean, should be the play. Good call by Lexi. I feel like if Lexi really wants a path back into this game, I think the best thing going for her right now is just levering that advantage she has in the slide off setup at the end. You know, obviously we're still talking a small sample size here. We haven't seen Lexi do it too many times, but, you know, getting on your first try is a pretty good omen. Wow, Variety Bear replacing with the conveyor. Is that a wall jump or just a straight jump over? Let's see. Man, both of these players are way too good at that precision. Speaking of way too good, Variety Bear, oh my goodness. Gets over the half block, gets over the double wire with ease, but still the slide off not gonna do it. Okay, Lexi has a real chance to score here. We'll see if she has these jumps on deck, though. It really did seem like Variety Bear just knows how to do them. I feel like that's almost an alignment. If I'm Lexi, I think setting up the Kiata jump, you know, just to the right of that wire that she's been struggling with at the midsection. If you set up a Kiata jump underneath the conveyor, I feel like that kind of fixes all of your issues. Really? Okay, Variety Bear missing his jump. Still 2 lives left. Okay, Lexi does get through it. Now a real opportunity for Lexi to even things up. Misses the slide off. This is Variety Bear's chance as well. Doesn't get it. It looks to me like Variety Bear is starting his slide off a little bit late. Maybe he's just not focusing on the good timing for the drop down or shuffle. Okay, neither player making it. I really think Lexi needs to make something happen with the double wire setup in the midsection, because that has been, you know, she did make it through in the last round, but I feel like that has really been hindering her. Oh my god. That is ridiculous. Oh, I see a wonderful wire placement at the start. I think Variety Bear, you could see him kind of hovering over it, but he doesn't really want to go for it. But if you place a wire inside of that gap right after the cannon, forcing the immediate jump out of that gap. I know for sure that's something Variety Bear's been practicing lately. Oh my god, okay, let's see if either player has this kind of setup in them. This is ridiculous, by the way. Like, it was already crazy hard, but I feel like adding the timing and jank of the spring just... I feel like I will be shocked if either player manages to get through that. That is crazy. Okay, honestly, not a bad attempt from Lexi. No, okay. Why do I even say things? Why am I acting like I'm gonna be all shocked when it's Variety Bear on the screen? Okay, I need to get a grip. That's on me. That's my bad. Variety Bear, again, not getting that slide off precision. That setup in the end has been doing overtime for Lexi here. You know, she needs to, after this set, she needs to give that setup a nice Christmas bonus, because holy, it's been putting in the work. Okay, Variety Bear also recognizing, like, hey, I would have won 4 times by now if not for that slide off pursuit at the end. Maybe it's time to go. I think Lexi doesn't want to nerf this setup. As bad as it is her, I feel like Lexi is really just the kind of player where, like, I want to win on whatever terms are set for me, you know? Whatever's placed on the board, I want to prove that I can do it. Definitely a rare type of player nowadays. So I gotta respect it. This setup is ridiculous. She added... That setup was already crazy. Adding those wires to the conveyor, this is ridiculous. Genuinely. You get 1 attempt at it now. Let's see. Variety Bear. Oh my... That was genuinely way too close for comfort. Lexi all out of lives here. We're rapidly approaching the end of the match. Still definitely possible. A 2-1 lead. Even in the last turn. Doesn't seal it, but... Oh my god, Variety Bear, again, so close. Lexi, take the cannon, you know, place the cannon in that gap. It's just too hard. As is. Hold on, a Ferris wheel. Okay, there's actually potential for a few counter builds here. If Lexi sees it, this 1x1 is like, you can change the spring setup without making it too easy that Variety Bear will just score. Doesn't look like Pwn wants it. Wow, oh my god, what a stall from Lexi. It is genuinely so hard to position yourself on springs like that. Being able to do it, like, on reaction to being in a bad spot is seriously impressive. I'm not gonna get it twice. Just 2 lives apiece here. This really could be game. And now, I mean, that stall looking like it's not working out for Lexi. I feel like if anything, you kind of just have to rip it. You just have to have the confidence and go for it on the first attempt. Variety Bear out of lives. Everything is in your hands, Lexi. Lexi going for a bit of commentary of her own. Alright, the timer's ticking, Lexi. Monologue all you want. There are 13 seconds on the clock. It's time to lock in. What are we doing? Oh my goodness. I mean, at a certain point, you gotta respect it, though. Alright, I mean, good stuff to Variety Bear. It almost feels crazy after the first 2 turns that match made it all the way to the end. But for a brief moment, there was a flash of hope for Lexi there.